The history of Galvanism, a shocking discovery. One of my favourite novels of all time is Frankenstein by Mary Shelley, a book about animated life through electricity. In brief, this novel is about how a scientist gives life to a creature made up of multiple human bodies parts by electrocuting it. At first, this idea seems ridiculous, but there is a scientific base upon which this idea spawned from: galvanism. Thanks to this branch of science, we are now aware of the electrochemical nature of the nervous system, which aids greatly how we understand the human body in full. Luigi Galvani. Galvani was the president of the Bologna Academy of Science during his investigations. Galvani managed to stimulate muscular contraction through electrocution through frogs' corpses. Following his father's footsteps, he went into medical sciences and developed a fascination with physiology. This fascination soon sparked in the idea of animal electricity, which Galvani investigated using an electrostatic machine, a Leyden jar, and dead frogs. He then published a paper outlining his theory. However, this idea was divisive in the scientific community. Unfortunately, he was unable to continue his experiments as he lost his position in the academy for not swearing allegiance to Napoleon after his takeover. Giovanni Aldini. Giovanni was Galvani's nephew. Aldini took over his uncle's position after his departure and expanded on his idea. He suggested that the brain emitted electrical signs that trigger movement in the body. He eventually got human trials for this experiment. The most famous example involved the murderer George Foster. This experiment took place outside the English Royal College of Surgeons, where Foster's corpse was made conclusive by electrocuting it. Why does galvanism matter? It generated some morally dubious forms of therapy, as well as devices such as EEGs that we now use to monitor and study the human body. In brief, galvanism generated a number of ideas that have shaped our understanding of neurofeedback.